Welcome to Rows to Columns. I'm going to take you through quickly on how to make a crossword, but using AI to do all the heavy lifting and with a little surprise for your users. So 21 across should be fossils. So you see how the colors are changing? Let's get into it. Okay. So I have a blog post with all this information and it will be inside the links below along with a prompt that will help you generate what you need. So let's get this thing rolling. Before we go too far, I'm just going to throw this in the trash because this is an old one. Okay, close that down. And when you eventually get the spreadsheet through the link, it will be a read-only copy. So just go in here and make a copy. Why bother to do that? Well, because there's a script built in here and you get to own the file. Everything that the file does stays within your account. It's all private. I don't get to see anything. No one else gets to see anything unless you share it to them, and it just locks it down nicely. So I'm just going to get rid of my original. Here is my copy, and let's get some work going. So I have Google Gemini kicked up. ChatGPT, Copilot can all do it. I've tested it all out. It all seems to kind of work. And here is my beautiful little prompt. So I'm just going to copy my completed one. So it lets you do 30 words or less. It's just a limitation of the crossword puzzle maker, and you can put in your own theme. So in this case, we're going to be doing grade 5 science curriculum taught in Ontario. You can put in whatever you like. You can put in your own list of words if you want, and it can make the clues for you. It's up to you. Just got to modify the prompt at the beginning. I just didn't want to do a lot of work, so it's going to do it all for me. What I'm also going to ask you to do is put inside this really weird format that this program accepts. And last but not least, the last thing we're going to add in is a secret phrase. You noticed before when I started typing the word, the cells went to a different color. That's where the secret phrase is going. So this is what I'm going to do for mine. And my secret phrase is going to be don't take learning for granted. So that's what the students are going to end up with. So I'm just going to copy that and put it right into Gemini and hit enter. And then it's just going to, yeah, this thing is sort of making sure that all those letters are in there that I'm going to need to make my hidden word. The numbers freaked me out because I thought they were going to copy and paste in. They do not. So I'm just going to copy that. Head off to Crossword Puzzle Maker. I'll provide the link to that in the description and inside the blog posting, which you might want to head off to. And I'm going to go to quick add, delete out what they've got, paste in what I already made, and there we go. That's probably the quickest crossword puzzle ever created. And scroll past all this stuff and make crossword puzzle. So this will generate the boxes for us right away. It's not bad. Okay. I'm going to go to answer key. And if you're not happy how this looks, I'm okay with this. I'm not picky. But if you're not happy with the way that that looks, you can go to advanced options, puzzle options, and then regenerate. And just keep hitting that until you get something more that you like. But that's up to you. So I'm going to take this, everything inside the boxes, I'm going to copy that. Sometimes it switches off. I'm not too sure why. Just click back in, copy, and I'm going to come to here and go to C1 and paste. Okay, now you'll notice sometimes it moves things over. I'm not too sure why. So I'm just going to cut this and put it with pumice. Going to cut this and put it with geology. And there we go. So just move those over. Just keep an eye on the first row. The rest of the stuff comes in fine. I just don't know why those mess up sometimes. And it's not all the time either. So makes things kind of strange. So that's ready to go. I've got a secret word. So let's go back to here and steal my secret word. This or phrase in this case. And plunk it into there. Okay. And then we got to get all of these, the clues, or else they're not going to be able to solve this thing. So that's where we have to go back to puzzle. You notice the answer key will actually put the answer in, pick puzzle, and the answers go away. We're going to do a bit of a trick here. So we're going to make it into a PDF. And I sort of find legal to work or letter, give them a try. One works better than the other. I'm just going to try a letter this time. See what it looks like. This thing says 90 seconds. I rarely see it take over 10 seconds to generate, so it's pretty fast. There it is. We're going to download that. It's going to open right up in PDF for me. We've already copied that and this. Okay, so we're just going to copy. Now we can't go all the way down because it starts grabbing all that garbage. So we're going to copy that. Control C, go back to here, and just dump it. Oops, sorry, I'm not using that at all. I'm using the PDF. And then I'm just going to grab the rest of the across. And notice this doesn't scroll nice, so there we go. Copy that, plunk it in. Not too sure why that's happening. I'm going to fix that in the original. Not sure how that got in there. Same thing for down. I can't grab all of down, so I'll have to stop there. Just do it again. Okay, and again, I don't care that it looks like a horrible mess because it will fix itself, which is part of the scripting process. Okay, so there we go. That's in there, this is in there, these don't have the answers. It looks all good to go. So we're going to go to Crossword, format Crossword, and it will do this. It will be your account, not my account. Again, it's a nice little sort of privacy thing where everything's locked down to yours. And look at that. It cleaned up all the across and downs. It added in all this. And there's the secret word, and you'll notice the colors are all done. I might as well say this right now. It may be missing some of the letters because the letters are in with the number and it can't track that. These are all set up as custom formatting. And you'll notice that there's no actual letters in here. The kids figured out those are the ASCII codes for the letters. They're just specific numbers for upper and lowercase. So whether they put capitals or lower, it will work either way. And they're put in by color code. So you can see how it goes by the color of the rainbow. I couldn't figure out another way to do the colors besides alphabetically, but that hurt my head. So once they get all their answers typed in, if they put them in order or they treat it like a scramble, they will get your final hidden message. Okay, this is a great time to pause and make a copy of this because you're going to want these answers for later. So we're going to do that. Copy of, forget that. I call this teacher or answer or whatever else you want. Okay. Go back to here. Might as well throw in student in here. So, and there we go. And we can't give the answers out. So make it ready for students. And there we go. It's all cleared out. And let's see how that looks. L-U-S-T-E-R. And you see, triggered it. You've got your color. Once they get in all their answers, it will turn, put in all the colors, they write them out, and they'll get your secret reading. I'm going to fix this while I'm in here. Bold both of these, jack them up to about 12. There we go. Anyways, that is probably the quickest puzzle thing I've ever seen. This is great for locked room puzzles. You can put codes in here or letter codes or whatever you want to sort of hide things or just as something a little interesting. It sort of reinvigorates the crossword, which I don't think is used a lot just because they are a pain to create, but you just saw me create one in, well, really seconds. It's quite nice, and this just makes it a little nicer. Anyways, folks, if you have any questions, please reach out.